the time. And this game is still very equal, and Bisu's going to have to either put the pressure on Movie right now, or he's going to have to expand again himself. And it looks like Bisu is going to make to expand at the that 2 o'clock position right now, and that's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to get those resources. Bisu's still with some Dark Templar just wandering around the map, but they're going to get picked off by these Dragoons and Zealots of Movies. He has an observer in the area. Bisu with a shuttle out now as well. He either is, I would guess, he either has High Templar or Dark Templar in that shuttle. I'm not sure. Movie with a sizable gateway force on the ground now. That Nexus is going up for Movie at the 8 o'clock position. And, oh, and that probe gets taken out by the Dark Templar. Bisu's excellent move there by Bisu. That was, you know, making the best of a bad situation. Looks like Bisu's going to get a big storm drop off at Movie's natural expansion. Movie is going to lose all of his probes at his natural expansion, and that is going to be a huge blow, and that's exactly what Bisu needs to do. And I think Bisu is going to either, again, he's either going to... Movie storming that shuttle of Bisu's. I'm not sure what was up with that. That shuttle is almost dead, but I can't help but feel that was a waste of energy on Movie's part. Movie has an observer in position there. He's going to know this drop is coming from Bisu. Actually, I'm not sure. That might have been Bisu's... No, it was Movie. Movie does know this drop is coming. That drop is going to be ineffective. That Dark Templar is going to chase this Zealot of Bisu's around. It looks like Movie does have a Dragoon in position. That shuttle, it might get taken down right here. Oh, wow, and that shuttle escapes with just a sliver of health left. That shuttle of Bisu's in big trouble. Movie looking a bit perturbed here. He's looking very concentrated, whereas Bisu looks like he's very comfortably still in this game. Looks like Bisu is setting down a second expansion at the 1 o'clock position. And again, that's exactly what Bisu needs to do. He needs to capitalize on a very successful storm drop he made at Movie's main base. And this is very typical of... It looks like leg enhancements have gone down for Bisu now. I'm not sure if Movie has... Yes, Movie does have leg enhancements now as well. Again, this is very typical of Protoss versus Protoss. We see a lot of maneuvering around, a lot of drops, a lot of storming. Very careful storming, a lot of storm drops. It's a very... Oh, and it looks like Bisu needs to get those High Templar back behind his lines. A lot of storms going down here, and I think this might be the deciding battle of the game. Both players losing a lot of units, but it looks like Movie's going to be forced back across this bridge, and tons of storms going off everywhere for both players. And it looks like Bisu managed to move a group of Zealots in behind. Those Zealots are going to get stormed. Storms going off everywhere for both players. Movie's been forced back into the middle of the map. Bisu needs to keep the pressure up, and it looks like Bisu is going to be able to take this battle. Looks like Bisu getting his Dragoon storm there, but it doesn't matter because Bisu has those Archons, and Bisu is going to use the advantage those Archons afford him, and he's going to push Movie back even farther across the map and into Movie's territory. This is not going to be the killing blow, but what this does, and it looks like Bisu does lose that shuttle in the lower corner of the map, but it looks like Bisu has won this battle against Movie in the middle of the map, and that was critical because now Bisu has map control. Bisu can decide which expansion to attack of Movie's because Movie isn't going to be able to move forces to that expansion of his in the 8 o'clock position, and now Bisu is going to move on this 8 o'clock expansion of Movie's, and if Movie loses this expansion, which it looks like he is going to, that is going to be big trouble for him because he's going to be severely behind economically, especially after that storm drop Bisu was able to do it as a natural expansion. Looks like Movie may be able to save this expansion. I really don't know, actually. In any case, Movie has lost all the probes, and yeah, and it looks like that expansion of Movies is going to go down. Yeah, Movie knows it. Movie knows that it's just really bad news for him, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Movie's going to be in a lot of trouble, and to be honest with you, that might be a good game because I don't think Movie has the economic capacity to stay in this game unless he's able to pull off some sort of deft micro or some sort of exceptional counterattack, some sort of brilliant storm drop or something. But I mean, even then, it's going to be unlikely. Yeah, Bisu is using the window of opportunity he bought with himself, but destroying that expansion of Movies to set up his own third expansion at the 2 o'clock position. And he's going to have expansions at the 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock as well as at his natural, and that means he's going to have a huge economic lead on Movie, who right now only has 2 mining bases, maybe even 1, because I don't know if his main is mined out yet or what, but it looks like Movie's trying to sneak a Dark Templar up in the middle of the map. He's not going to be able to do much. Bisu is going to have observers in position, and he is going to take that Dark Templar down whenever he needs to. Looks like Bisu carelessly losing a High Templar there to Movie's Dark Templar, and that's unfortunate, but Bisu can really afford to replace it because Bisu just has such an economic advantage now, and this game has really swung in Bisu's favor. And Looks like Movie desperately trying to set up a second expansion to replace the one he lost at the 8 o'clock position at that 5 or that. I think that's the 5 o'clock position. Yeah, the 4 or 5 o'clock position. I can't really tell the resolution on this map, or excuse me, on this recording. And Movie just desperately trying to break out, storming Bisu's units, just desperately trying to gain some sort of edge against Bisu, but it's not going to work. Bisu has severe map control at this point, and he just has superior forces, and Bisu's just going to be able to churn out way more forces than Movie because he has a superior economy. And really, it's only a matter of time. The boulder's already rolling, the pendulum's already swung, and Movie is severely behind in this game. Movie is going to need to do something very quickly. Looks like Movie's going to try and set down another expansion. That's what he needs to do. That's really his only hope at this point. But if Bisu finds it, Bisu's just going to be able to destroy it because Movie just does not have the forces to maintain both control in the middle of the map and at his expansions. And the thing about Destination is once the opponent has firm control over the middle of the map, what he's able to do is he is able to divide your forces, and he is able to choose which expansions to attack and where. And that is a severe problem for the defending player because the defender is not able to hold all of his bases at the same time. And it looks like this might be the deciding battle of the game. It looks like Bisu severely outnumbers Movie here. A lot of storms going down for both players. Storm, of course, being the equalizer. Both players getting a lot of storms off, but I really don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, Movie has lost his whole army here. Bisu is just going to drive everything back to Movie's side of the map, and that is going to be game over. Bisu discovers that expansion Movie is trying to set up back again at the 8 o'clock position. That Dark Templar is going to take out the Nexus that's warping in. Bisu surrounding that Archon of Movies, and that Archon is going to get taken out. Bisu with a ton of Archons now moving in here, and those Archons are just so tough. They could just spearhead this advance. And Movie is going to be forced back yet again, this time into his natural expansion. And Bisu can either decide to move in, to take out that expansion at the 8 o'clock position, or just sit there. And it looks like Bisu is going to move in on that. No, I thought Bisu was going to move in on that 8 o'clock expansion of Movies. Maybe he's just going to decide to drive the nail home right now. And it looks like Bisu's setting up another expansion at the 10 o'clock position. Fairly erroneous at this point because Bisu's already won this game. Yeah, it looks like Bisu is moving on that 8 o'clock expansion of Movies. Looks like Movie canceled the Nexus that was warping in there. He knew he was never going to be able to hold an expansion were it to go up at that position. And yeah, Bisu is just strangling Movie now. I mean, Movie is just being asphyxiated by the Revolutionist here, and this is going to be GG right here. This is Movie's last-ditch effort after this. He's going to have no army. All of his forces are going to get slaughtered in seconds here. Now Bisu's going to move on Movie's expansion here at this 5 o'clock position, and that's going to be GG. Movie knows it. You can see it on his face, his exceptionally ugly, pimply face, and that is going to be GG. Bisu, the prettiest gamer in Pro League, defeating Movie, one of the ugliest players in Pro Leagues. I hope you enjoyed that commentary. This is Vandal. We're moving on to Game 2. SKT1 takes Game 1. Thanks for listening, guys. This has been Vandal signing off.